Chapter 3. Next morning, Mr. Flapper was at work bright and early, as was his wont, usually about 4 a.m., to check on the quality of his skippers. When he opened the smokehouse door, all he saw was a flash of something black rushing at great speed past him. Puss had heard him coming and decided this was her chance to escape. She had had quite enough of being confined in that hot, smelly prison, even though she was very partial to fishy smells. She had truly had her fill in more ways than one. An overnight stay in there was quite sufficient for a self-respecting pussy. Out she dashed with the sole aim of getting clean. She instinctively knew she must head for the water, even though it was well known that cats hate water, to achieve her aim. To the sea she must go. She carefully made her way to the beach, avoiding the main thoroughfares, where there would inevitably be too many human legs and canine paws. Also, her pride and pomposity meant she didn't really want to be seen in her unkempt state. Well, she could not believe her sparkly green eyes when they homed in on the beach activities. Donkeys! 10 donkeys were waiting to give rides to expectant children. Now, if there was one thing Puss had always had a yearning for, it was to sit up on the back of a donkey, surveying the scene and looking terribly important. The ride itself would be an added bonus. So she awaited her moment when the donkey attendant, a lady of mature years, was otherwise occupied. Out of nowhere and with great speed, she took an almighty leap from the sand, landed on the donkey's back, who happened to be called Speedo, and dug her claws in to help her to hold on. Speedo was so shocked and unprepared for this that he took off along the beach at a tremendous rate of knots. The crowds gathered to watch, hardly believing their eyes, and highly amused. Just look at that! A cat having a donkey ride! Hee hee! Haw haw! The claws dug in even more firmly, making Speedo buck and rear in pain. Pandora Pettigrew Puss hit the sand with a tremendous thud, leaving Speedo to speed off back to his owner. Back legs kicking out, nostrils flaring, sand flying everywhere, braying loudly and indignantly. He was in a real state of shock, I can tell you, and would have nightmares about this day long after the traumatic event. How embarrassing! The crowd watching were by now roaring with laughter, unable to contain their mirth at this incredible spectacle. Puss must make herself scarce and find a good hiding place to cover her shame. And so we leave Pandora Pettigrew Puss rushing off to find a safe haven in which to recover herself. I wonder where it will be.